All right, so we're gonna go over just a really easy way to help learn the butterfly pull-up. We've talked about some ways to get a progression going for that, so now we're gonna talk about how to use a band for this. It's really tough to do a butterfly pull-up with assistance with a band in your foot, because you can't pull your heels to your butt. It's just not possible if I do this stuff. Probably in a little bit of a compromised position. It's not gonna work out so hot. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a band, we're gonna loop it a little bit differently. Yami showed me this over in London, and just to help kind of retract the shoulders, but I found it's also a really good way to still be able to kip. So what we're gonna do is instead of looping the band this way, just like a regular pull-up, we're gonna take this and loop it a couple times through. So you can use a green band, use a blue band, whatever you need to, but we're gonna loop it once, maybe even twice through, depending on the client and how much they need. So if I go twice, it's obviously just gonna take the band and make it even shorter, and now we'll pull it through here. So the goal now is to make this band a bunch shorter, and instead of looping it in the foot, we're gonna put it in our shoulders. So it's a little tough to get into, but once I get it in my shoulders, now I can hang from the bar like a regular pull-up, and I can still work my kip the same way. So I can still pull my heels to my butt, kick them down, and then work my pull-up from there. So the only thing you have to be aware of is that with a thinner band like this, depending on how much you loop it through, at the top of your pull-up, you may not have much slack at all, or you might have a lot of slack, so you may not have much tension. So if that's the case, you just want to use a thicker band, but this is a really good way to learn because it's going to help pull the shoulders back, but it's also going to help you guys be able to get the foot motion here. And then eventually you can kind of wean yourself off the band a little bit. Maybe you're doing 2 loops instead of 3, having a little bit less boost out of the bottom, and then hopefully a smaller band, and then eventually off the band. So if you guys are looping the band for this kind of assistance, all we're gonna do is drape it over the top of the bar, and then you're gonna loop it once, maybe twice, if it's a thicker band. If you need to, you could go 3 times, and you can see 2 times, give you that distance. If I just loop it a third, it's gonna be quite a bit shorter, and then it'll help you guys have tension at the top.